File. Nuzro 27. Paul Baran. The man who connected the world. If there's a way to destroy it, it's not truly connected. Paul Baran, 1960. Opening scene. A Cold War map glows red. Missiles, radar screens, and blinking control panels fill the frame. In an underground lab in Santa Monica, a quiet engineer sketches something that looks like a spider web. He calls it distributed communication. The year is 1960, and Paul Baran is working at RAND Corporation, a secretive think tank that advises the US Air Force. His mission: find a way for America to survive a nuclear attack. Baran imagines a network where no single point can fail, where even if cities are wiped off the map, messages can still find their way through. He sketches circles and lines, nodes, each one talking to the others. He doesn't know it yet, but he's just drawn the blueprint for the internet. The idea that changed everything. Baran's insight was simple but radical. Instead of sending messages in one piece, break them into small packets that can travel independently across many paths, and reassemble them at the destination. He called it packet switching. It was faster, smarter, indestructible. It meant communication could survive chaos, even nuclear war. But the Pentagon didn't get it. Telecom giants like AT&T laughed at him. Too unreliable, they said. Too complicated. They wanted control. Baran wanted resilience. So his idea was shelved, quietly buried in classified reports. Years later, across the ocean, British scientist Donald Davies stumbled upon the same concept. And in 1969, the ARPANET team, led by American researchers inspired by Baran's early papers, built the first digital network using packet switching. It worked, and it became the foundation of everything we use today, from email to Wi-Fi to social media. The man who wasn't there. By the time the world was celebrating the birth of the internet, Paul Baran had moved on. He worked quietly on early computer networks, startups, and data systems, never chasing fame, never bitter. When journalists later called him the father of the internet, he just smiled and said,
"That's a family with many fathers."
He died in 2011, no headlines, no monuments, just a few engineers who remembered. Closing scene. A hand pulls an old RAND report from a dusty filing cabinet. On Distributed Communications Networks, 1964. The cover is faded, but inside are the lines and circles that changed humanity. One man's sketch, drawn to survive war, became the map for how billions now connect, talk, and dream. Paul Baran didn't just invent a technology. He designed the architecture of resilience, a network that could never die, even if he was forgotten. Human files, faceless storytelling, timeless stories, real human impact.